Good afternoon. On this week's discussion post, we were supposed to look on the JSTOR database and find 3 articles related to our research topic. My research topic is the airborne operations on D-Day, in particular if they had failed, would the invasion still have been successful? If they never happened, would the invasion still be successful? So I found 3 articles related to the topic, more than 3, but I chose 3. The first one being the Road to D-Day, which is going to detail the lead up to the D-Day invasion, particularly focusing on the English countryside and particularly London, and how the lead up to the invasion affected those cities. Obviously, when you have a large-scale invasion like D-Day, you're going to have a grand lead up, grand jump in amount of people in the build-up areas, and London was certainly one of those. And London was certainly busy with the planning of the operation, so the city of London is going to change. This article is built primarily on secondary sources and didn't include as many primary sources as the other 2. It also didn't have a focus on the actual D-Day battle, so while it did give me some input on the planning, it may not be one I use in detail on my paper. The second one is going to be an article on Captain Dick Winters, who would later be Major Dick Winters, but he's going to start out as a platoon leader on D-Day and eventually rise to a battalion commander. Even on D-Day, he's going to jump all the way up to company commander because his company commander did not make the landing. His plane crashed. But in it mainly discusses his leadership on D-Day and throughout the war, and his tactics at Breakcourt Manor. His actions at Breakcourt Manor are going to have a significant impact on the D-Day battle, and they're still going to be taught today in military academy. This article heavily relies on Stephen Ambrose's book, Band of Brothers, along with primary sources from multiple leaders, including Winters himself. It's a little more grounded in primary sources, but still heavily dictated by Stephen Ambrose's Band of Brothers, which will be a secondary source. The third one is going to be the defenses of Normandy Peninsula, and in it, it's going to focus on Germany and the defenses it had in place on the Normandy Peninsula. So this is the first of the 3 that focus on the German side, and it shows that the Allied paratroopers, what the Allied paratroopers had to face when landing on the Normandy Peninsula. And it's broken down into each type of the defenses present at Normandy, and mostly it's based on primary sources to support the article. So when you're looking at the 3, one is going to give the civilian side of it in London, another is going to give the soldier side of it as low as a company commander, and the third one is going to give the German side of it. So that's going to be important in my paper, is to get the different sides of the battle, different sides of the opinions on the impact of the airborne operations. From top commanders, which we don't have one of those here, but like Eisenhower, Montgomery, Bradley, Churchill, and then from low-level soldiers up into the company leadership and battalion leadership, division leadership ranks, to show the different success rates and what they thought the impact of their part of the battle was. And then we need to have the German side as well as the United States and English side. We kind of have that in these 3 journal articles. The first one being from more of an English perspective, as it has to do with how the battle impacted civilian London, and then Dick Winters was an American commander, and then the defenses of Normandy Peninsula is based on Germany. So thank you for listening. If you have any questions, let me know. It was a good start to my research.